Good afternoon to everybody. I am very pleased on behalf of the Foundation Scientific Committee to welcome all of you to the first session of the 2020 Centesimus Annus International Conference devoted this year to the milestones of the integral ecology for a human economy. As we begin our conference, I would like myself to warmly thank all the distinguished guest speakers that will address the many issues surrounding our general topic, in particular, of course, His Eminent Secretary of State, Cardinal Parolin. We are here today to reflect on the role of values such as solidarity and fraternity in promoting sustainability and human development, and to assess the extraordinary power of the integral ecology approach to radically change the world we live in. As clearly indicated by Pope Francis in the new encyclical Fratelli Tutti, number 21, I quote, "Some economic rules have proved effective for growth, but not for integral human development. Wealth has increased, but together with inequality, with the result that new forms of poverty are emerging." End of quotes. The problem is then to understand how economic growth and fair and balanced development can be prompted in the digital age by a more solidaristic behavior, so to orient the current digital transformation to generate a more inclusive and equal society. We begin our reflection today focusing on two intimately related issues. The first refers to the forms of governance required both to put our society along a path of sustainable development and to make our global community more just and equal. And the second issue refers to the challenges posed by the new business models prevailing in the modern economy. We live in a deeply unequal and divided society. Inclusion and inequality reduction are of special concern to Pope Francis because he is well aware that neglecting these issues may have particularly serious consequences. We know that inequality and exclusion have perverse effects not only on people's living conditions, but also on social cohesion, on individual psychology, on diseases and life expectancies, on economic growth. In this respect, the role of governance is essential for promoting an inclusive and sustainable society. In the last 2 decades, a new world has emerged, driven by digitalization, artificial intelligence, and robotization. The global market economy has left behind our political institution a long time ago. The pandemic has added to ill further inequality, exclusion, injustice. Good governance is fundamental at all levels, at political level, local, regional, national, global, and at corporate level, firms, conglomerates, industries. At political level, global governance is probably the toughest challenge. The new scenario for politics requires the capacity to envisage new ways of working together to build a stronger community. Adverse macroeconomic conditions need to be balanced with social needs. It's becoming increasingly urgent to develop long-term programs to support job creation, growth, ecological sustainability, and inclusive social development. Again, in Fratelli Tutti, number 177, Pope Francis, borrowing from the Laudato Si, is very clear. Politics, I quote, must not be the subject to the economy, nor should the economy be the subject to the dictates of an efficiency-driven paradigm of technocracy. Economics without politics cannot be justified, since this would make it impossible to favor other ways of handling the various aspects of the present crisis. What is needed is a politics which is far-sighted and capable of a new integral and interdisciplinary approach to handling the different aspects of the crisis. In other words, a healthy politics capable of reforming and coordinating institutions, promoting best practices, and overcoming undue pressure and bureaucratic inertia. End of quotes. Significant economic, technological, and demographic changes are today profoundly modifying our society and our common home. All these changes are deeply affecting labor markets. Many existing jobs are being substituted by robots and computer-driven processes, while new emerging jobs require different set of skills. Due to technology and other factors, large number of young people are left out of employment. The result is that opportunities of a decent work are being reduced, and at the same time, the demand for employment is growing. At a more theoretical level, there is a growing concern both in the academia and at the social level about the limitations in the capacity of the standard market economy to create and distribute social well-being, take care of environmental issues, and foster human dignity. With an ever greater disparity between the world's rich and poor, action needs to be taken to remove the imperfections and remedy malfunctions of the market mechanism. Social entrepreneurship offers today an increasingly number of insights that may stimulate ideas for more socially acceptable and sustainable business strategy and organizational forms. There is a rapidly growing number of organizations that have created models for efficiently taking care of basic human needs that existing markets and institutions fail to satisfy. Because it contributes directly to internationally recognized sustainable development goals, social entrepreneurship may also encourage established corporations to take on greater social responsibility. In the line of this, new business models are developing around the world, which combine solidarity and efficiency, human dignity, and economic performance to meet needs previously left unsatisfied. At firm level, there are a number of questions related to corporate governance that need to be addressed, and on all of these questions, a proper understanding and implementation of the principle of the Catholic social teaching is fundamental. Examples of such questions are, for people working in business, what is the meaning of dignity of the human person? How can it be defended and possibly promoted? While working in business, how can relationships of solidarity be established and made solid? How is concretely possible to embody solidarity within daily business activities? In the context of business, what does true human flourishing look like? Is it possible to reconcile integral human development and business activities? A well-designed corporate governance system should generate a corporate culture where trust and confidence prevail, so that firms are reaffirmed as communities of people working together for the common good. Both in the world of politics and in the world of business, skills, reforms, and renewal are the key words, whose implementation demands collaboration between all stakeholders within firms and within society at large, as well as improved governance in the public and private sector. In the general audience of the last 19th of August, Pope Francis reminded us the need to face the challenges posed by the pandemic. I quote, "Many people want to return to normality and resume economic activities. Certainly, but this normality should not include social injustices and the degradation of the environment. The pandemic is a crisis, and we do not emerge from a crisis the same as before. Either we came out of it better or we came out of it worse. We must come out of it better to counter social injustice and environmental damage. Today, we have an opportunity to build something different." End of quote. I think is an opportunity that we cannot and should not miss. On all these issues, we are called to reflect in our meetings today and next Friday. I am sure that our reflection will contribute to generate the new model of social life which the Holy Father is forcefully supporting and promoting. Thank you.